It's a very nice day today in Ireland. Very beautiful. I might turn around the camera and show you. But anyway, hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ayo and I talk about books, K dramas, and everything in between. So if you enjoy that, please stay a while. Alright, so today I'm doing a bookish tag. Yeah. This is from Ashley Arts Reading. I have the questions here on my iPad and I'll be looking at them. So let's do this. I love a bookish tag. We need to bring back bookish tags. Okay, they're so good. And I'm not reading, so give me something to post. Yeah, you get to hear a little bit of my opinions and get to know more about me. Why not? Let's do it. Okay, so the first question is this is a very it's from Book Reviews with Becky. Oh, my friend. Yeah, I'll tag her below. And then number one, what's an unpopular book opinion or preference you have? I'll mention two. One unpopular one I have is I don't believe in turning off your brain. I don't believe in that. Okay, no. Do I believe in having fun while reading? Do I think it's not? When people say it's not that serious, it is that serious. Yeah, I don't turn off my brain. I'm reading this with my brain on. Okay, and if you are not getting it right, I'm criticizing you. Okay, I have no problems criticizing a story. Number two, my second unpopular opinion is that I actually don't like angst in my romance. No, most people are like, bring back yearning. I love yearning. But angst, I don't want it in my story. Take it away from me. I love an instant. Look, I love an instant love. I love it's always been you. I love every time, once I see her, she's the one. Okay, I love that. I love it. Tell me a story about people loving each other from the beginning. No drama. I hate drama. And I hate angst. I hate we have to be apart. When people say that once they get together, I get bored. No, once they get together, I just start getting happier. I'm like, yeah, they're now together. Let's do this. This is so much more fun. I like real life stories. Okay, I don't know what to tell you. That's me though. So I think that's unpopular. Number two, as your reading taste changed over the years, it's so hard. As my reading taste changed, I think it's almost impossible for your reading taste not to change. But I don't think it has changed so much that it's unrecognizable from who I am and who I've always been. I've always been a romance girly, and I'll always be. I've always been a classics girly, and I will always be. I don't think that has changed. But I think when I was younger, I could take any kind of romance. But now I think I'm a lot more critical of my romance, and I get more frustrated with my characters or with the characters than when I was younger. I think, yeah. And I pay more attention to the writing. But I think it's because I studied writing. So now every time I'm reading, I'm thinking, oh, I love the sentence structure. Oh, I love how you put these words together. Okay, I wish I wrote that. Yeah, I think, yeah. So my preferences have changed. And how has it changed? I think I'm a lot more critical of my stories. And number two, I'm a lot less forgiving. I think when I was younger, I was more forgiving. Because I was reading Ali Queen romances like it was water. Okay, I was just, the next one and the next one. And I was always enjoying it. Now, I read back-to-back romance and I'm like, can you get this out of here? What is happening? I don't like this. Yeah, I'm a lot less forgiving. I think I'm a lot more critical. And that's how it has changed. But what I like, has it changed? No. Because I like a lot of genres. And I still stick to those. Yeah, I still read literary fiction. I'm still here for a romance. I'm still here for a thriller. I'm still here for a mystery. Yes, I still read all of those things. Yeah. Okay, number three. What genre pulls you out of a reading slump every time? Ooh, I want to say romance, but it's actually a thriller. If you give me a very good thriller, a crime thriller, it will pull me out of a reading slump every single time because I need to know what happened. I need to know what happened in the story. Yes. I need something to keep me up at night. I can't sleep. I need to know who killed this person. Okay, a murder mystery will do it every single time. Okay, I don't know. I love love, but killing someone, that's where it's at. All right. Okay. So yeah, I'm sorry. Number four, who are your auto buy authors? The ones you trust, no matter what. I don't have auto buy authors. I don't know. I have a problem with this. When people say there's an author I just love, there's an author I just love. Her name is Jane Austen and she's dead. Okay, so yeah. Okay, if you don't know, this is a Jane Austen fan account. Yeah. Welcome with Jane Austen today. That's my ministry. But no, it's just Jane Austen, and Jane Austen isn't writing anymore. She's dead. So yeah. I don't have an auto buy author, but I will read. There are some authors I will read, but auto buy is a lot because my money is very important to me. I just no. I'll pick it up in the library maybe. But auto buy, I don't have any. But I think it's also because I really don't pay attention to authors. In fact, until I got online, and okay, I have a buddy that I read books with, and she would always be like, "Oh, this author is very good." She was the one that was like, "We read 3 Christina Lauren books. They're so good. We should be reading them." And I was like, "Really?" I just read the story. If I read the synopsis and it looks good, I'm gonna read it. I don't care who wrote it. Debut author, old author. Look, I don't have an author by author. I love Nora Roberts, but you don't see me buying other books. No. Unless you're Jane Austen, and that's because she only wrote 6 books. Because if she's written more, I'm pretty sure I'll have found one to dislike. Because one thing about me, I'm a hater. Yes. So no, the answer is no. That's a long-winded way of saying no. I don't have any. Number 5, how many chances do you give an author before deciding you're done? I don't know how many. Because I have read. I want to say one author I don't really like is Emily Henry. No offense to the Emily Henry lovers. I'm so sorry. I really like her writing too, but I'm sorry. But I have read Pitch Read. I have read Book Lovers. I have read People We Meet on Vacation. I have read Happy Place. I have read Funny Story. That's 5. 5 chances, and I still don't like her. Okay, I can like her as a person, as an author. And that's why I keep reading her, because every time I watch an interview and I'm like, okay, that sounds interesting, I'm gonna read it. But then I don't like it. So, girl, what are you doing? I mean me. What am I doing? But yeah, so, and that's 5 chances, and I'm still trying to read Great Big Beautiful Life. So, am I the problem? Yes. I want to say 4 chances. Like, if I read 4 books and I don't like it, I don't think I'll pick it up again. But let's not lie, I might still pick it up. Because if I read the plot and I think it's interesting, I'm going to read it. But if I don't like the plot, not. I think for me, look, I'm that person that I don't care about the person. I don't care about when I mean person, I mean the author. I don't care who's writing the story. I don't care what you're doing with the character. I need to know that this is a good story that I'm interested in. If I read the plot of the story, if I read the synopsis of the story and I think it's good, I will be reading that story. And that's me. So I don't have any chances that I give. As many as you need for you to get me the story that I want to read. That's it. Number 6, do you have any reading rituals? Things you like to do or listen to while reading? I like silence. How about silence? How about some silence? Yeah. I'm an introvert, true and true. I do not like noise. Sometimes I'll start watching a YouTube video, and halfway through and I'll just go, I'm tired of listening. It has nothing to do with the creator. I love that creator, but I'm tired of listening. I need quiet. I need some quiet. Okay, so no, I listen to things in quiet. Yeah. In silence, that's how I do it. So yeah, I don't have any reading rituals. Okay, I don't no. I just need silence. I don't mind noise too, because sometimes I use reading to turn people off. Everybody's making noise. I'm in a really noisy area. I pull out my e-reader and I'm start reading. And all of you, everything falls away. I'm focused. Yeah. So I just read. Sorry. How far do you read before deciding to DNF a book? This is a good question, because I don't DNF books. I rarely DNF books. So I really don't know. I think I will give a book 50%. No. I think 10%. No, because I want to say 50% because I'm like, oh yeah, I've read books. But then if I read 50% of the book, I'm going to finish the book. I think it's 10%. If I read a book 10% and I absolutely do not like where you're taking the story, in fact, I've actually stopped the book 5% in. I have stopped. Actually, I am the problem because I remember I've tried reading A Tale of Two Cities 3 times, and every single time I start the story, I'm 10%. I'm one chapter in, and I'm like, I do not want to read the story, so I drop it. That's me. I will not read a story if you have a chapter. You have, in fact, you have a paragraph. You have one paragraph. Let me not be interested in the story. I'm dropping it. I'm dropping it. Like I just don't think because if I am already 10% in, to me I'm like I'm invested. I need to know now. I need to know what happened now. So I've got to read it. So yeah, I think 5% in, I'm done. I'm done. If I don't really like the story, or the only other thing that could make me stop reading the story, because I could drop books and then go back to them. I feel like I'm gonna read A Tale of Two Cities at some point in my life because it's a classic, and I like classics, and I like Dickens because I love Nicholas Nickleby. I love Oliver Twist. So why don't I like this one? I don't know, but I might read it again. But for me to visually say I'm never gonna read that book, you have to have offended me, and that can happen any point in the story. Okay, if I get 70% in and I'm like, I do not like the direction that we're going in, I'm dropping that story. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's it. That's it. Yeah, yeah. Okay, number 8. Do you ever find yourself mimicking the character's facial expressions while reading? Yeah, yeah. Sometimes. Very rarely, but there was a day I was reading a book and the character smiled. And I started smiling and I thought to myself, why are you smiling? What is there to smile about? Sometimes, rarely, but yeah, sometimes. Number 9, rereading books, yes, no, or it depends. When I was younger, this was a hard no for me. This was a no, no, no. I will not be reading a book because life is too short and there are so many books. But now, I'm like, my memory is gone. I have the memory of a goldfish. So I need to reread the book. But yeah, I think it depends. I think it will be it, and it depends for me because it depends on the story, it depends on how I like it. Because so often, my problem with rereading a book is that I don't really think books are perfect. So going back into them, it's like, oh, I'm going to go through the parts I do not like. Why do I have to do this? Why do I have to go through this? I see people read a book, they cry their eyes out, and then they go back to the book. I'm not reading that book anymore because you hurt me. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So if I'm reading a book, I must really love it. So my rereads classics. I do love to read classics because I think that every time you go back into it, you're learning something new. You're a different person. Yeah, Ashley mentioned this in a video, and I absolutely agree. It's not the story that's changed, it's you that changed. Okay, we come into a story differently every single time. So rereading it means that you're gonna experience that old story very differently. For instance, I keep telling you that I want to do a rereading the classics series because I'm a different person. I read these books when I was a teenager. I was an angsty teenager. I was depressed, whatever, whatever, whatever. My life experience is very limited. My views on love very limited, and I might have lacked some things. And I'm back now. I'm reading Jane. I read Jane Eyre, and I was like, this age gap bothers me. And when I was younger, I was like, this is the beautiful love story. I love it, Mr. Rochester and Jane Eyre for life. And now I'm like, if you don't get away from her, if you don't get away from her, you should be arrested. So yeah. You see, yeah. So I'm a different person, and so I think it's important. So if I really like a book, I will be reading it. I mean, sometimes not even classics. I have reread Christina Lawrence, The Soulmate Question once. I listened to it and then I read it again right as soon as I finished it because I really like that story. Yeah. And I plan to reread it maybe not this year, maybe next year because I have so many books to get through this year, but it might be next year. And sometimes this helps you to get out of a slump. Reread a favorite. Reread a favorite. Because last year I reread Northern Abbey twice. because I needed the boost. I was in a slump. I was having such a hard time in life, and I opened No Longer Happy. Every single time I meet and with Tony, I'm in love again, and I'm in love with reading again, and I love to read again. So, you know what? Do it. Reread, reread, reread. Yeah, I'm for them, but I also think it depends. Okay, I've been speaking for so long. Girl, you yap too much. You yap too much. If you're still here, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I have enjoyed hanging out with you. And I hope you stay a while. I hope you come back. I hope you watch other videos. And I'm sure we'll have increased now. I haven't really checked it. But thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for liking. Thank you so much for sharing. And I'm so grateful. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.